Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to The Loft and welcome to this very overdue video. As you may know, my last upload was back in November of 2021. Unfortunately, I fell ill and also had some, let's say, technical equipment difficulties. All of that has luckily been resolved, but every cloud does have a silver lining, and it did enable me to review the channel and reevaluate what I wanted to do, the content I was putting out, and the priorities of the channel. So, if you're interested to see what has happened with my portfolio since November, as well as what is going to be going on now on from this channel going forwards, do make sure to like and subscribe and stick along with this video. Now, while I've been gone, it seems that the whole world seems to have gone to pot. We've got crazy inflation, we've got alleged incoming crashes, we've got war, we've got recessions, we've got everything that could be affecting us adversely is apparently happening all in one go. Straight on the heels of COVID, even more, making it terrible. With that terrible news, I thought what we'd do is take a little bit of time just to go over, look at my portfolio, see what's changed over the last few months. So, jumping in, if we start with November 2021, we can see that I had a portfolio value of £3,431, consisted with around £430-ish in overall unrealised profits, working out to be about 14.3% give or take. Moving through, we've got some ups and we've got some downs. However, at the end of March, we came to a new total of £3,728 with a total unrealised profit of around 558, working out to be about 17.5-ish%. And naturally, that's unrealised profits. During the same 4 to 5 month period since November, my portfolio has managed to get a rough return of about 3.2%. And looking at the VOO over the same time period, it looks like that's dropped around 3% in the same time span. So overall, not particularly unhappy there. It's actually, in my books, quite a good thing. And mainly, one of the things is long-term viewers will know I'm quite keen on, which is dividends. We can see that over the same period, we had a total of £48 dividends coming in across multiple companies. That averages out to about £10 a month in dividends, which is basically my target. If you watch any of my very old weekly updates from when I was doing them, you'll see that £10 is basically the target that I aim for each month. So it's good to know that I'm pretty much still on target for that. Now, during the break where I haven't really been able to upload videos, I also haven't really been able to add any additional funds to the portfolio. Over the 4 to 5 months that I've been away, I have invested a total of 136 of additional funds, though that does include any dividends that have been reinvested and any capital gains from when I sell a company. Talking of sales, jumping into the sales and buys, the changes have led to around 1.5 shares of Games Workshop being bought, 1 share of Omega Healthcare being bought, and about half a share of Associated British Foods, along with 0.3 of a share of Hormel Foods. Sales-wise, I basically dropped off all of my minute, very small positions, like the 0.05 of a share of Walmart, which I sold at a profit, netting a whole 3 pence. Then I also sold the Dutch Shell after their name change of the Royal Dutch Shell to the Dutch Shell bit, and that netted me a total of £8 in profit. I also sold 1 share of CVS Health, netting a total of £20 in profit. I basically used these funds to go and purchase the previous stocks that I mentioned before. The only other thing besides this was the sale of 0.3 of Orion Office, which was the shares that I got from the split from Realty Income and everything like that, where you ended up with your Orion shares. I promptly sold them, they're no longer in my portfolio, and I believe my Realty Income portfolio area has grown slightly as well, which is always nice. Now that's the main big changes of the portfolio actually covered today. I am quite happy with the outcomes overall, and I'm feeling like this partially evidences the benefit of looking into your stocks and trying to come up with a valuation that has metrics behind it that kind of back up why you've come to this valuation, rather than just buying stocks because your taxi driver told you to. As I mentioned, over the last few years, the idea of this portfolio is essentially growing passive wealth over time ideally, and this may mean that I don't see massive thousands and thousands of % returns on all of my stock investments, but I am currently looking like I'm able to grow it slowly over time and continue to grow the dividends that are being paid out by the companies. I do appreciate that that is not necessarily as interesting for people that want to see someone put £200 in and pull £2 million out, but I do want to document my journey as I go forward with this. Right, Thank you for sticking with me all the way through here. So now the important bit about the actual changes of the channel, let's say, and what we're doing going forwards. Now, my plan going forwards is to do a minimum of 2 videos a month. We will be doing a portfolio update at the end of every single month, similar to the weekly updates we did before, but allowing us to go into a bit more detail on the changes in the portfolio and also why I'm making the changes that I am. The second video we're hoping to be mid-month, and that video is essentially going to be back to the roots of why I started this. So that would be basics of investing, core principles of investing, possibly some company reviews, but less of them, because while I believe they get the clicks and they do get people to click on the videos, I don't believe they're actually of much use to most people out there. And I don't want someone to watch one of my videos on, say, Disney. I come up with a theoretical price and then people buy it based on that, because that's not going to be suitable for their situation, and I've decided to pull away from that a little bit. So there will be some fun topics, but potentially not as many company reviews. More of a company overview, should I say, would be what we would do going forward. The other main changes that have come around is I have actually appointed an editor. Her name is Holly. Say hello, Holly. Holly will be going through and doing all of the fun stuff to this butchered recording that I tend to do every single week, and she'll be making it so that it hopefully comes across polished and professional and very well managed. And to thank you for getting this far, I'm sure Holly will quite happily drop a really cute photo right here for you now. Now that that's all done and you've got the updates, we do hope to see you again in a couple of weeks. Comment down below, let me know anything that you want to see. Say hello to Holly, say hello to me. I hope you've all been well, and until next time, remember to invest, save, and subscribe.